small shop owner has bought in the Santa or in any Raitu Bazaar.
एक ही जगह पे मिलके those type of plastics are known as thermosetting plastics. Comparison, there are 3 types:
up, down, right, left.
I am not inferior to anyone.
We are TSWREIS. We are top on the Everest. Congratulations.
I want to be a leader.
Hi Sparrows, a colorful good afternoon. How are you? I hope you all are fine and enthusiastic to learn new things. Okay friends, now let us see the pictures of scientists. We know friends, these are the scientists. First, let us salute all the scientists who made our life happy and beautiful. Friends, when we observe the diverse form of a life, we can see that there are many similarities and differences. Is it right friends? Friends, now I want to show my family photo. This is my father, this is my mother and this is me. Friends, how many similarities do you find among me and my parents? Yes, my similarities are nose, color, etc. are similar. The transmission of characteristics or traits passing from parents to offspring is known as heredity. Today my topic is about heredity. Heredity from parents to offspring. My dear friends, do you know what is meant by progeny? Progeny is nothing but a offsprings. Now, let us know, friends, is there any character in me neither like my mother nor like my father? Yes, it is my eyes. My eyes are different. Friends, where from I got such different eyes? Think about it. Okay, now I want to show my friends' photo. These are my friends Aruna and Vaishnavi. Friends, do I share more similar characteristics with my parents or with my friends? Yes, you are right. With my parents only, I have shared more similar characteristics when I compare with my friends. Friends, is there any differences? Right, there are many differences, isn't it? Now I want to show some. Now if we see many eyes and earlobes, there are very different in that. Like some eyes are blue in color, some are black in color, some are brown. If we observe the earlobes, some are large, some are small, some are attached, some are free. There are many varieties, isn't it friends? Okay. Yes, the difference in characters within very closely related group of organisms is known as variations. The differences in character within closely related group of organisms are called as a variations. Friends, the variations are also inherited. My dear friends, do you know what is meant by inheritance? Inheritance means the characters or traits passing from one generation to next generation is known as inheritance. Now, let us observe this mind map pair. The characters passing from parents to progeny, they get similarities. The similarities get from their parents and they also get some differences. These differences is called variations. Friends, the accumulation of variation leads to evolution. My dear friends, do you know what is meant by evolution? Evolution means the development of new species is known as evolution. Friends, do you know What is the uses of variations, or how variation useful to us? Okay, it was a very big question over centuries. Many naturalists studied on this topic, but in the year of 1857, the famous scientist, he is none other than the Gregor John Mendel. He studied on this problem. Friends, he thought to become a teacher, but he failed to pass the exam. So, he settled as a monk in a monastery garden. This is a picture of the Gregor John Mendel, friends. He worked in the pea plants. He observed and experimented on nearly 10,000 of pea plants of 34 varieties, friends. He worked on 10,000 pea plants of 34 varieties. Friends, he also observed that there are 7 contrasting characters. Let us see this, friends. The 7 contrasting characters are seed. The seed is in the form of grey and brown and white and wrinkled. Second one is cotyledons. The cotyledons are in yellow in color as well as in green in color. And the flower color, it is white in color and violet. And if we observe the pod, it is a form of inflated and constricted. Friends, when we observe the color of pod, it has also 2 types. It is yellow in color and green in color. The stem, the place of the stem is axial and terminal, and the size, it has a long and short. Friends, these are the 7 contrasting characters. Have you seen, friends? Okay, once I will again repeat. The 7 contrasting characters are flower color, flower position, seed color, seed shape, pod color, pod shape, and the stem length. These are the 7 contrasting characters observed by the Mendel. Now friends, do you know why the John Mendel selected only pea plants for his experiment? Okay, yes, there are some advantages of pea plants. Let us observe what are the advantages of pea plants. The well-defined characters, it has bisexual flower, it occurs in self-fertilization, early hybridization, short lifespan. These are the some advantages of pea plant. So, Mendel selected only pea plants for his experiment. Have you understood, friends? The advantages of pea plants are, it has a well-defined characters, bisexual flowers, self-fertilization, early hybridization, and it has a short lifespan. Okay friends, now let us observe one activity which is done by the Mendel. It is a monohybrid cross. Friends, Mendel taken pure yellow seed giving plants with pure green seed giving plants. He crossed it. It is known as monohybrid cross, and he observed that in the first generation he got, let us draw the checkerboard, friends, to understand it is very easily. Friends, this is a symbol of male and this is a symbol of female. These are the gametes. When the Mendel self-pollinated this gamete with this gamete, then the result is this. When he self-pollinated to these plants, then the result is this. When he self-pollinated these 2 plants, then the result is this. When he self-pollinated these 2 plants, then it is a result. In which generation, friends? In the first generation. These are known as gametes. Then he observed, friends, in the first generation all the pea seeds were yellow in color. See here, friends, in the first generation the Mendel observed that all the pea seeds were yellow in color. Then he self-pollinated to these type of plants. Then he got second generation. In second generation he observed that he got 75% of yellow color seeds and 25% of green color seeds. Friends, have you seen? Here are both the capital Y and small y, means the capital Y is dominant trait and the small y is the recessive trait. When he self-pollinated to these both capital Y's, he got that third generation, friends. It is only homozygous yellow. All the seeds were in yellow in color. That means 25% of yellow color seeds. When he self-pollinated these type of plants, he got all are homozygous green in color. Observe friends, these all are in green in color. If he self-pollinated to these or these, both are same, friends. So, when he self-pollinated these two types of plants, he got 75% of yellow color seed giving plants and 25% of green color. Have you understood, friends? Let us observe here. It is a monohybrid cross. The Mendel taken pure yellow seed color and he crossed with pure green colors. It is known as monohybrid cross. And the only one gamete is coming from the parent plant. It is the father and he think as it is a mother. From both he was getting only one factor, that is capital Y and small y. But we can see here it is only yellow color because of capital Y is dominant trait and the green color is recessive trait, friends. And the friends, the Mendel experimented in a monastic garden on pea plants. Is it right, friends? And his conclusion became a loss of genetics. So, Mendel became a father of genetics. Friends, from the life of Mendel, we can learn two things. First one is failure. Failure is not an end. So, we should not lose our hopes. We should try until we success. Second one is observation skills. My dear friends, if we have observation skills, we can innovate anything anywhere, not only in the labs. So, develop your observation skills. Friends, by he did experiment, he given some assumptions to us to observe his experiments and observations. First assumption is, every pea plant has two factors which produce a particular trait. The determining agent responsible for each trait is called a factor. A pure breed will have both the factors of the same type. It is called homozygous type. And the second assumption, during reproduction, one factor from each parent is taken to form a new pair in progeny. And the progeny have capital Y and small y factors. It is called homozygous type. And the assumption third, one of these factor will always dominate the other if they mix it together. The trait expressed in the first generation was called dominant trait. The other trait which did not express is called recessive. Assume that, friends, capital Y yellow color is a dominant factor. That means capital Y and small y comes together, Y will dominate. Then pea seed will always be yellow in color. Friends, all the seeds appear yellow in color in the first generation. If we sow the same seeds in a plant, it also produces green color. So, we cannot dominate and we cannot determine that the internal character based on the external character. Now, let us know about the phenotype. Friends, the phenotype means the externally visible character is known as phenotype. The examples of phenotype are the contrasting characters, that means stem length, seed color, seed shape, pod color, like that. What is meant by phenotype, friends? Externally visible character is known as phenotype and the phenotypic ratio is 3:1. Now, let us move to genotype. Genotype means the constitution of pea plants or nature of the factor is known as genotype. That is capital Y, small y, capital Y, and both are the small y's. This is known as genotype and the genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. Mendel experiment on monohybrid cross and proposed the following facts and inheritance. The first one is each pair of factor is represented by a loss or alleles and each allele is dominant over the other. Then he experimented that the Mendel's law of inheritance. It is law of dominance. Some alleles are dominant while other are recessive. An organism with at least one dominant allele will display the effect of dominant allele. Second one is law of segregation. During gamete formation, the alleles for each gene segregate from each other so that each gamete carries only one allele for each gene. Friends, to understand the law of segregation, let us do the following activity. We have to take two types of colors. It is green in color and yellow in color. And we have to take them, the bag A represent male and the bag B represent female. We have taken both the yellow and green seeds in this box and the yellow and green in this box. And we have to keep picking them from randomly for not selecting, like this. And we have to take one from each box and we should arrange in a chart. Friends, observe that I am not selecting, I am taking as a randomly. Friends, now observe, we have get different combinations, like this is homozygous green and it is a homozygous yellow. Here we get heterozygous yellow. We have both the factors like yellow and green, but yellow is a dominant trait. So, yellow is appearance and here is a homozygous yellow. Like this we are getting different types of combination. Friends, now answer my questions. How many pair of yellow color is there? Let us observe 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pairs are yellow color. And how many types of green color are there? 1, 2. Here we can observe 2 types. And how many types of heterozygous yellow? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 types. Friends, what can you conclude? Yes, each parent passes a randomly selected copy for its offspring. Have you understood, friends? Each parent passes a randomly selected copy for its offspring. I am not selected from this friends. I have selected randomly. Now, let us do the following once more activity. It is dihybrid cross. What we have learned till now, it is a monohybrid cross. That means only studying of one contrasting characters. Friends, if we study 2 more contrasting characters, it is known as dihybrid cross. The Mendel explained the process of inheritance of more than one pair of characters. When plants with yellow and round seeds were crossed with those having green and wrinkled seeds, all pea seeds were yellow and round skin in first generation. On self-pollination in second generation, he got different types like round and yellow, round and green, wrinkled and yellow and wrinkled and green. The phenotypic ratio of dihybrid cross is 9:3:3:1. All the characters assorted independent of the others. Here see friends, if the Mendel crossed this type of a plant, then he got this type. When he crossed these two types, he got this. This is an example of dihybrid cross friends. After doing this experiment, he stated the third law. It is law of independent assortment. Genes for different traits can segregate independently during the formation of gametes. And here see friends, what Mendel called alleles are now called as a genes. Genes is a segment of a nucleic acid and it is a chemical nature, and it leads to slight changes and then it leads to variation. The DNA structure was given by James Watson and Crick. These are the both scientists who gave detailed structure of DNA. Now let us see some more pictures of DNA. Friends, it is the structure of DNA. Friends, it is a formation of DNA. All the organisms are made of genetics. All the organisms are made of genetics. These are the formation of nitrogens. And every human being have 43 pairs of chromosomes. In that we have 23 pairs. Every chromosome is made up of nucleus.
Humans have 46.
And friends, it is the knowledge of genetics. The genetics is used in our daily life, in the agriculture, DNA fingerprinting, sex determination, animal husbandry, genetics disorder, transgenic plants, transgenic animals, medicines and vaccines. These are the uses of genetics which we are using in our daily life, friends. Friends, recently I heard a news. A mother killed her new baby child. Is it right, friends? If any mother want to kill her baby? No, not at all. She want to kill. She loves her but she hates her? No. Friends, then why she killed? Are you thinking about her? Yes, she killed her newly born baby because as her in-laws was harassing her. Friends, is it her mistake? Are you thinking who is the responsible for giving a baby, or a father or mother? Okay, now I will tell you. The sex determination in human beings. It is a male and it is a female. In the both human beings, there are 23 pairs of chromosomes. Out of these 23 pairs of chromosomes, 22 pairs of chromosomes are called as autosomes and remaining one pair is called allosomes. And the remaining one pair in the male has X and Y chromosomes or sex chromosomes. But in the female both are in X and X chromosomes. That means a male contains 50% of sperms with X chromosome and 50% of chromosomes with Y chromosomes. If the male carries X chromosome and fertilize the ovum, and the condition will be X and X. So, the baby will born as a female. Or else if the boy contain Y chromosomes and fertilize the ovum, then the condition will be X and Y. So, the baby will be female or male. Friends, so no lady should be blamed because not at all girls is responsible for giving a girl child. The responsibility is male. So, we should not blame the others or girls. Most of the women are killed and they are killing their babies. They not at all like to kill their babies, but they are doing so. So, we should educate our society. They should know who is the responsible for giving a birth to girl or boy. Friends, now I want to show a small video. Let us look at this.
From animals to plants to humans, it defines us all. Information is stored in DNA using 4 types of molecules, which come in pairs. We have billions of these pairs. DNA folds itself into paired packages called chromosomes, which are stored in the nucleus of cells. Each species has a different number of chromosomes. Humans have 46 chromosomes, which contain our genes. Genes act as instructions for molecules called proteins. In humans, genes vary in size from a few hundred DNA bases to more than 2 million bases, and we have an estimated 20,000 to 25,000 of these genes passed during reproduction. Each person has 2 copies of each gene, one inherited from each parent, and most genes are the same in all people except for a small number of genes being slightly different. These small differences contribute to each person's unique physical characteristics, varying from height, color, and personality traits. Some genes are dominant and some are recessive. Dominant genes are more often expressed as observable characteristics, while recessive genes are often masked by dominant genes. The recessive genes are expressed when inherited from both parents. While we share 98% of our DNA with bonobos and chimpanzees, we don't quite look alike because that 2% equals thousands and thousands of different genes. And while all humans share over 99% of our DNA with each other, what we don't share is what makes us unique in our own way. If you would like to keep learning fun facts, please head over to my channel and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.
Friends, have you understood what is meant by heredity? The characters or traits passing from parents to offspring is known as heredity. And in heredity, there are some variations also. They get from parents. Friends, do you know what is meant by variations? It means the characters or traits passing from one generation to next generation is known as inheritance. The variation means the difference in character within very closely related group of organisms is known as variations. Friends, do you know is there any similarities and differences? Yes. We know that. Is there any similarities and differences? Yes, it is. Now, let us these is pictures. These are the eyes. These are the pictures of different eyes and earlobes. See here, friends. Some are small, some are big, and some are large. Some are attached, some are free. And when we see to these eyes, some are blue in color, some are brown, some are grey. Like this, we have different types of ears and lobes. It is known as differences. Friends, many naturalists studied on this topic, but in the year of 1857, the famous scientist, he is none other than the Gregor John Mendel. He studied on this topic and his conclusion became a famous laws of genetics. So, he is known as father of genetics. Friends, let us look this now. These are the 7 contrasting characters which is observed by the Mendel. The seed form, it has grey in color and round and white and wrinkled. It is yellow in color. The cotyledons are yellow in color, green in color. If we observe the flowers are in white in color and violet in color. And the pod shape, it is full and inflated or constricted. And the pod color is in yellow color and green color. And the stem, the axial pods and terminal pods. If we see the size, it has long and it also has shorts. And the advantages of pea plants, it is a well defined character, bisexual flower, it occurs in self fertilization, early hybridization, it also has short lifespan. And it is an activity of monohybrid cross. The Mendel crossed pure yellow seed giving plants with pure green seed giving plants, and only one of the factor came from